Talking us through how to prepare for an effective social media campaign, we have with us Birgith Roosipuu from Ms.B Lifestyle. So Birgith, first of all, how would you go about setting to prepare a campaign for a big holiday and why?
Well, first of all, Christmas is the best time to spend money or to make money. So as an entrepreneur or startup or business, make sure that you will make money this Christmas time. Everything what you do before your campaign starts is entirely responsible for your success or failure. So everything starts from that. If you know your clients, if you know how much you can spend and what kind of ideas, everything starts from the idea of the campaign. As social media is very big nowadays and you can use it everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, then first make sure where you would like to focus the most, because obviously it's not going to be for free, because the campaign costs money, because all of the companies will be out there and they will promote themselves. Now November is coming up, so it's the latest time to start up something. First, what you should do next actually is to set up an idea which will sell. But if you are the new company or the entrepreneur, obviously it's not going to happen that fast because you don't have data from your clients or the knowledge about what to do. So that's why it's very important that you will think through what you would like to sell. And there's nothing bad about it setting up 2 or 3 different ones, because if one will not work, make sure that the other one will work. And just get specific with your campaign. Some examples, for example, get a photo contest or video contest, or make sure what you would like to sell the most. What is your best, if your services or your products, what are the most popular ones? Because during the Christmas time, if people will buy gifts and things like this, and make sure that they will get it very easy way. And one thing is very easy this Christmas to make is the door-to-door delivery. And that's, I think, is the one thing to think about for the new startups, that to do door-to-door delivery, that no one needs to go to the shop and spend their time in the shop.
So you touched on already understanding your audience is critical to the success of a campaign. So how do you go about doing that if you're a startup or even a bigger business?
Well, first, if you're a startup, make sure that all of your friends, your colleagues, and their friends will be involved with that. It doesn't mean that they need to be your new clients, but they need to spread the word. And I think if you have 10 people who will spread a little bit word about what you're doing and sharing the campaign, what you have, is already a bigger impact than doing all by yourself, than thinking that my friends will buy the same way. Asking just nicely your friends to share your things will give you definitely a bigger impact. As a first year, if it's your first campaign, it's, let's say, 10% that your campaign will succeed. Because it's either if you have a very good idea and something completely different, it will turn out maybe successful. But if it's your first year, you don't know about your clients, you don't know what products you can actually sell during the Christmas time, then usually you will not make a lot of sales. And that's, you need to face it. But it's a good preparation for the next year. And that's why it's better to start today, not to think about it, oh, it didn't work out, we will not do it. It's the biggest data you could ever get during the holidays. And next holidays you will be a lot better, you will have better impact what you give to the people. And I'm sure then your sales will go up a little bit more than in the first year. But that depends, of course, on your manager who will manage it. It's the same thing if you're running a campaign. It's not that you set up today the campaign, it will stay there and nothing, and you will wait that sales will come to you. It will not. Like the same way the car will not drive without the driver and the oil, the same way the campaign will not drive without the successful manager and a little bit money included. And as a startup, usually, which is always thinking about the money, that they don't have enough, they don't want to spend this much, they should make the calculation how much they spend and how much it brings back to them. Because if you first think about it, spending 1,000 Swiss francs, for example, a campaign, it's a lot of money for a small startup. But if you calculate out how many new clients you could get through that, how many sales, eventually 1,000 francs is nothing to spend for a good campaign, and 1,000 francs is very cheap for making good sales.
Okay, so you've mentioned Christmas a couple of times. It's getting closer and closer. How can a startup, for example, go about setting about an effective social media campaign?
Definitely don't go easy on holiday campaigns. It needs to be something different. It needs to be either very beautiful and soft and something which makes you feel like Christmas, or something which is completely crazy and you never seen before. As setting up the social media campaign during the holidays or Christmas time as a startup needs, it needs a little bit of money. It's you need to have videos for sure. That's one of the things nowadays, and especially that you can do it very limited budget, because you don't need to buy any more TV time to advertise yourself. You can do it on social media, which means if you have a great team, you set up your video, which will give it just a little touch about what you're doing, and it's already effective, especially for the new audience who are nowadays using all social media. And as the social media is mainly for my generation, is the one where I find all of the information. I don't go to the shops and get the flyers anymore. Everything what is on social media, I'm like, oh, have you seen this? This is something awesome. So I think startups and all of the businesses should think about advertising themselves videos, very good photos. It might be a little bit expensive in the first place, but it's something which will bring you back. And don't think about, the startups should never think about not spending money on a social media campaign. It's something you need to do because it brings you back the money, not from the first year, but on the second year. And then obviously all of the online services, delivery services, special packages, special prices. It's the one thing which could bring you out of this busy time when we don't have time to go all over the shops, which we will do anyhow. But if we already start slowly that we offer the door-to-door delivery, we do things differently, then it makes life a little bit easier. And if the startups knows especially how to advertise themselves that way, I'm sure there will be a very good outcome. So I really recommend starting different way of selling your things, not only in the shops, which is somehow yesterday.
Okay, Birgith, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Keep clicking back to Dukascopy TV for more updates and exclusive interviews. We'll see you next time.